oh my word. Some of you are without power today and having quite a chaotic weather event. So hope you all had a fantastic Valentine's Day. So here we go. Here we go. I think I got everything set up. Go ahead and say hello. Good morning. Sometimes I can see your posts and sometimes I can't. It's just the magic of social media. I had a great little weekend. It was Dave's birthday on Valentine's Day. And so that's always kind of fun. We didn't really do much. We both worked. No, we didn't. Yes, we did. We both were busy. So we kind of have the craziness that we never stop going. Good morning. All right. So something to talk about today that's really kind of important, we'll just say. As I was doing some thought processing on some of my clients, I was like, yes, like this is really important and I really want to share it with you. I see a lot of times people posting, hello, happy Monday, Lisa, that people can't change, that people that are narcissistic, people that have, specific personality disorders can never change. And I want you to know that that's absolutely not true because I've definitely seen it before. Do I think it takes a lot of work? Absolutely. Is it probably not the normal? Probably not, but right? Don't get yourself wrapped into labeling because when we say things like it's not normal, then what do we automatically do, right? We condition ourselves to think that something can't happen for us because it's not normal. And so that's what I want to talk about this morning is when you get into a specific state of feeling a certain way, just like everything else, it becomes a habit. So when you get into a spot where you're feeling really negative all the time, you're chronically complaining, it becomes a habit and your body adapts to this. And then even though this sounds completely off the wall, it actually becomes a comfort to you. And I know when you're cognitively thinking about that, you're like, how could negativity and chaos and chronic complaining be comfortable for anyone? And it is because that's how you're conditioning your body. It's no different than anything else that we do. So if I get up every day and I have these really good habits and my morning routine is always the same and I get into this really great groove where I'm, getting ready for my morning and I'm setting myself up for success, then every day that becomes very comfortable for me. Every day that becomes my normal. But the same thing can happen, right? If I don't set my alarm, if I don't, it starts even the night before. Let's go there. If I don't go to bed at a decent hour and I decide to lay in bed and watch Netflix or play on my phone for hours, and then I'm already setting myself up for disaster because then the next morning, what am I feeling? Really late. I'm feeling lethargic. Maybe I set an alarm because I had good intention to get up and start my morning routine, but now I didn't get enough sleep. So I hit the snooze and then I, don't get out of bed. And so it becomes this spot where now, I don't get out of bed. Maybe I don't shower. Maybe I just, I get up and I'm already feeling blah. So what do? I make some bad choices. I decide to eat Pop-Tarts and Lucky Charms for breakfast. So I indulge. I start into my sugar cravings. And then, my day just becomes a hot train wreck because I'm getting into this spot. And so what happens, right? If I don't break that cycle, let's say that I do this for 5 days straight, it starts to become what? It starts to become a habit. And so now every day I'm doing that. And now what's going on? Now my health is starting to deteriorate. I'm feeling yucky. I'm gaining weight. Now I'm upset about that. Now I'm feeling even more negative. Now I'm not liking myself and on it goes. So be really careful because the way that you feel becomes a habit. When I wake up every morning and I really work on being positive and I really work on bringing my energy for the day, that has become a habit, right? So even sometimes when I wake up, and Dave knows this, like before I start hydrating, before I get into the shower, I'm pretty much not capable of communicating. So it's not a good time to talk to me. My brain just isn't alive. My energy is not there yet, and I'm not capable of functioning cognitively, energetically, whatever. So once I start hydrating after I get my morning shower, I'm like good to go. I'm rocking it like a million miles an hour, and my energy level is just bam. But this is the habit that I've gotten into, right? And so that's kind of what my body knows. That's what I do every day, even on the weekends. I get up at the same time on the weekends that I do during the week when I go to work. It's because I've made that a habit. If I sleep in, I feel super yuck. So I don't like to do that. I like to keep it very much a habit, setting myself up because those feelings are habit forming. So if you're waking up every day and what are you doing? You're complaining, right? If the first thing on your plate is, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to start complaining. First thing you do is you wake up and you start being negative. First thing you do is you wake up and you start yelling at people. First thing you do, you start waking up and whatever, right? We really also have to take into account that your attitude and your vibration sets the mood for your entire household for a lot of you. And I told Dave this the other day. I said, I feel like I'm setting the mood for the household in the morning. I'm usually the first one up. I'm the one setting the vibe for the day. And then, I try to keep that. But if you have somebody coming home from work later, right? The person coming home from work, let's say that I have this beautiful vibe going on in my house, and then I'm home. One of my kids comes in, maybe Dave's had a bad day and comes in. What are they doing? Bam, they're bringing that vibe right in with them, and they're changing the frequency of my house and the energy level and how everyone is feeling. So that's another reason why it's so important to keep those good habit patterns with your feelings, because it doesn't just affect you, especially with the people in your own household or the people that you're close to at work. You're setting the vibe. I remember my previous boss, she's not with the company anymore, but she would always say, Amy, you're the one with the energy. When you come in the morning and we start our morning meeting, our day goes based off of your vibe. And I'm like, well, great, but just realize that you have that effect on people. And sometimes I work with someone and they're like, well, I can't attract a good relationship. And I'm like, well, why do you think that is? What kind of an energy are you giving off? You're giving off yucky energy. Nobody walking around you that's vibing positively wants to be with someone giving off negative energy. So you are attracting people that are what? Giving off negative energy, because it's become a comfort for you. Even though any one of us will sit here and say, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be yuck. You got to stop. You got to stop the habit pattern. So what do? It's like any other habit that you break. When you recognize that you're doing it, you got to stop. Anything coming into your mind, you start gossiping is a huge one. That is so negative. Do not let yourself be doing that. You have a negative thought process. It pops into your head. You start thinking something negative. Immediately, you got to stop it in its tracks and you got to replace it with something happy. I will tell you that as a practitioner, there are times when I'm working with a client that is so negative, so stuck in being in this pattern, there is nothing that I can do for them until they take some responsibility to stop looking at everything as negative. I don't want to work with you. You have to be willing to put in some effort, because some people just love living here and then they don't understand why everything keeps going amok. It's because you are making it that way. So stop with the habit patterns. Okay, that's what I'm gonna leave you with. Now, guys, don't forget, today is Monday. So Monday is Soul Deliciousness. I will be going live again at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we're going to talk about loving yourself. It's going to be super great, as it always is. I thought it was beautiful to do this couple of Valentine's Day. So make sure you hop on for that. Don't forget about sharing any of the videos. You can win socks. We are giving away Care Bear socks, right? It's Grumpy Bear Day. So well, that's kind of good for this. We're giving away Grumpy Bear socks. They say Grumpy Bear. They are little cute bears. There are two of them. I just don't know where the other one is. So sharing is caring. I love it when you share, obviously, because it helps me reach more people, helps me help more people. Okay, and you also get a free session from WA. So what the heck is that? I did a really cool video over the weekend. It's pinned to the top of my page. So it talks about body code and also the new Healy that I've started using. So this is the cool little Healy. It's fantastic. You can basically send yourself energy frequencies to help balance. And so obviously, you know, we can't make any health claims, but I'm here to tell you that you will see some fantastic things happen when you use one of these. I had a really horrifying sinus pressure headache that I get whenever I start my period. It's such a blessing. So I have used body code on myself, but as a practitioner, it's really difficult to use body code on yourself when you actually don't feel good. And of course, I have other clients at the same time. So I'm usually like the person, you know, when you're a beautician or you do work on homes or whatever, you're always the last one. Yes, you did win the PB&J Sox. You're always the last one to work on yourself. And so I woke up. I usually have this sinus pressure headache for at least 4 to 5 days sometimes. Aspirin takes the edge off, but I can never really get rid of it. And even though I try clearing it all day, it's just, oh, it's horrifying. Like it's so, I dread it. Like I probably have trapped dread from it. So I decided that when I got it the other morning, I'm like, I'm going to run the Healy for 30 minutes while I get ready in the morning. And guess what happened? Beautifulness. By the time I was done, I didn't even realize that it was gone because I was just getting ready for the morning. And then when I went to go start my sessions for the day, I was like, oh my gosh, it's completely gone. The pressure is gone. I have Zippo headache. And I ran out and told Dave, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gone. So I'm like so excited to be freaking rid of that. And, you know, hashtag blessing for my Healy. But anyways, the way that it works is we do both body code. So body code is releasing, finding imbalances, getting rid of trapped emotions, traumas, finding imbalances with your body, your skeletal structure, all that jazz. But we also have the little Healy. So it's like using the Healy as the top level, and then the body code digs a little deeper. But at the same time that we're doing your body code session, I'm running frequencies on you with the Healy. And I know you're like, how the heck does that work? So go check out my video. My hair's up in a little pom-pom. I have it saved to the top of the page, but it explains how this energy thing works. But anyways, when you share and win the socks, you get a beautiful session with me. And it's fantastic. All right, guys. So don't forget, we'll be live again later. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. I am off to work for those of you that are stuck in snow, especially those of you too that are in Texas that don't know how to deal with this. Sending you out lots of love. I know it's probably a little chaotic for you, but I hope you have a fantastic day.